Hi guys, my name is Ashok. In this session, we are going to understand what are the Java coding standards and what are the rules we have to follow. Fine. Now, in the last session, we have understood what are the identifiers and what are the rules we have to follow while writing an identifiers. Right. So, in this session, we would like to understand what are the Java coding standards and how do we write class names, method names, variable names, package names, and all we will try to understand. Before trying to understand, let me show you a snippet of code. Then after seeing that code, we will come back, we will learn all these standards. After that, again we will come back, we will see the same code, then we will see what is the difference we can find. Fine. Let me show you a code. If you see here, you could be able to see the customer. This is the class name. Here C is a capital and here customer ID is a variable name. C is a small, here capital, and if you see here it's a small letter and here capital. Fine. Again if you see here it's a capital letter. Now like that, which means by seeing this, will you be able to understand anything? Because as a developer you should understand which letters we should write a small, which letter we should write a capital letter. Without that, because in the as a Java developer, if you do not know what how do we follow these Java coding standards, even if you write the logic also, it's a bit difficult to understand the other programmer. In order to simplify, Java has given some standards each and every Java developer has to follow in the same manner. Now let us try to understand here what are the classes. See here, the main advantages of these Java coding standards is it will improve the readability of the code. When someone comes and see the code, it's easy for him to understand. Now it improves the maintainability of the code in the real time. Most of the projects we have to support, instead of rewriting the same code, we have to understand the existing code. In that case, if you do not know how the other programmer has written classes, methods, variables, packages, if he is not maintaining in a proper manner, it's a bit difficult for a new programmer to understand the code. Right. Now let's try to understand what are those rules here. Now here class names, generally class names are nouns. We should write meaningful names while writing a class name. Just we should not write like class A, like class B. We should not do like that. It should have some meaning. What is the purpose of that class? We should write. Generally these are starts with a capital letter. If it has any inner word, then each inner word should starts with a capital letter. Now if you see here, it's a customer, only one word, so it should start with a capital letter C. If it is like string buffer, it's a predefined class. Yes, it should be capital. Here B should be capital. Customer login, it's also a class name. Like C is a capital, L is like that. You should follow these rules for writing the class names. Now the same rules you should follow for interface names as well. Interface is a we should use like adjectives generally. Now it also has the same rules of class names. It should starts with a capital letter. If it has any inner word, that also should starts with a capital letter. Fine. Now runnable, it's a predefined interface name. It starts with a capital letter. Product repository, P should be capital, R should be capital here. Customer service, like that. Fine. Now method names. How do we write method names? Methods are meant for doing some piece of work, right? So whenever you are writing a method, it's doing some work, so it should be verbs. It should starts with the lowercase letters. If it has more than one word, then each word should starts with a capital letter. Fine. Now let's assume here, like do some work here, printing data, get employee records. Here G is a small, first letter should be a small letter. If it has any inner word, here two inner words, one is employee, the other one is R. So E should be a capital and R should be a capital. Right? Method names, it can be either a combination of verb or verb with noun. Here verb with noun, here only verb. Okay. Now variable names. Generally variable names, we should follow the same rules as methods, but it doesn't contain any parentheses. Like age, string, student name, here yes is a small and n is a capital letter, float, employee salary. Okay. Now like that you need to follow for writing a variable names. Package names, whenever you are writing a package names, the package should be the first executable statement in a jar in your Java application. Generally you should write all the package names has to be represented in lowercase letters separated by dot operator. The first one is like this is the domain name, and this ABC is what your company name or organization name, and SBI is the module name or your project name, like that. See, com dot oracle dot jdbc dot driver. This com is a company name, domain name, oracle is the company name, jdbc is the project name, some driver is the module name, like that you should write. If you want to represent constants, then how do you write? If you want to represent constants, all the constants has to be represented in uppercase letters. By seeing that code itself, you need to understand, oh, it's a constant because all are represented in a max is all are represented in a capital letters. So by seeing that name itself, you need to understand it's a constant. It's easy to understand, easy to read the code, and easy to maintain the code. If you see here, double pi, p, I, both are capital letters. Now this pi is a constant, so that's why they are represented in a capital letter. Okay? If you see here, class names, class C should be capital and should be capital. Interface names also same. Variable names starts with a small letter. If it has any inner word, it should start with a capital name. Same as the method name. Method has a parenthesis. Fine. Package names, so all the package names has to be represented in lowercase letters separated by dot operator. Constants has to be represented in capital letters. If it has more than one word, then it's recommended to use underscore in between those two words. Clear? Now this is that's it from this class. Now I hope you understand how do we write class names, how do we write interface names, how do we write method names, and how do we write variable names. Let us try to understand this code again. Now if you see here, now here this is the class name, you can easily understand. Fine. Now this is the variable name. How we are following, like variable name starts with a small letter. If it has any inner word, it should starts with a capital letter. Fine. If you see here how we are writing, this is a method. Now method name also starts with a small letter. If it has more than one word, now each word should start with a capital. Here C is a capital, I is also a capital letter. Fine. Now how do we write a package names? Package followed by package name by using the dot operator. Clear? If you have any questions or any doubts on this, please provide a comment on the comment section. And if you really like this video, please subscribe my channel and please do share with your friends and colleagues. Thanks for watching.